love yourself, you don't accept mediocrity. You don't accept average. You don't need something just 'cause. Fill the seat. Don't want an empty seat. I'd rather have 50 fucking empty seats than have 50 filled with social climbers and fakes and people who don't really give a shit. So ask yourself what's more important for you. Where do you get the fulfillment? If you get fulfillment of any sort off of the quantity, that's a temporary fulfillment. That's putting quicksand in the voids of your life. Quicksand. You think that hole's ever going to get filled? Absolutely not. Hey guys, Janna here. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you for tuning into my show. I hope that everyone has had a great Thanksgiving, because by the time you hear this, you will have had Thanksgiving. So I hope you all had a wonderful one. And it's really hard to believe that it's already holiday time, and the year has just really flown by fast. And it's just crazy, right? And what's really, really crazy is that there's a good chance when this comes out, this is the week of my book coming out, or pretty close to. My book, Unfuck Your Mind. It releases December 11th. And I really can't wait to share this labor of love with each and every one of you. I feel like I birthed another child. So today I want to talk about love, which I really haven't done yet, right? So I mostly talk about mindset and nutrition, my battle with Lyme disease. But I don't really talk about love. But love goes hand in hand with our mindset. And this is also one of the many things that I wrote about in my book. And, you know, it was actually when I was writing this particular chapter that this realization, or rather revelation, came to me. And I've never even heard the analogy before. And so I quickly just wrote it down in multiple places as I was writing my book, because in my book, I'm describing, this past relationship I had for a very long time that was just very toxic, right? And I'm kind of giving you information as to why I wrote what I wrote. So here I'm writing this, and, it's not like I have an outline like, oh, this is everything I'm going to write about. This is what writing is. It's me knowing what I want to talk about and then just writing and letting it flow. So after describing this really toxic relationship, in my head, I'm thinking, okay, my reader is going to be wondering, like, damn, girl, did you not see the red flags? Did you not see the signs? And so me thinking about what the reader might be thinking, my sentence was, they say that love is blind, period. And then this is what flowed out of me. And I got the goosebumps. This is what I wrote then. And as I'm writing this, what I'm about to tell you as I'm writing it, I'm realizing it at the same time. And light bulbs went off. This is what I wrote. It is not that love is blind. It is the lack of love for ourselves that makes us blind. Again, it is not that love is blind. It is the lack of love for ourselves that makes us blind. I don't know about you, but to me, that's quite profound. And I shared it with my friends Amberly and Jennifer, my husband Brent, and my sister, and everyone was like, "Holy shit, that's true." Love isn't blind, guys. It's not. And I just realized that, you know what? I was never blinded by love. I was blinded by my lack of love for myself. And I just think that that's huge. And so I wanted to share that with you all, You know, they always say it's like after the breakup, right? It's like you break up with somebody and then all the friends, people out of the woodwork's like, yeah, I never really liked them that much, you know. Like, oh man, I really wanted to tell you this and that. And you're just like, yeah, you know, I was blinded by love. You were not blinded by love. Love isn't blind at all. True love is actually very clear. True love makes things crystal fucking clear. But when we don't love ourselves, there's a reason, right? And that's what my book is about. One of the many things is shattering limiting beliefs, becoming who you're meant to be. Because until you shatter those limiting beliefs, all those things that have put these invisible chains on you that you're holding yourself back, until you shatter those, every decision you make in every aspect of your life will stem from that hurt, that pain, that limiting belief, that invisible chain. And when you break all those, when you shatter all those, and you learn to love yourself for who you are, for where you are, exactly where you are, and all that you are, everything you've done in life. When you accept yourself and you approve of yourself, guys, that's when the magic happens. That's when the right friendships, the right relationships, the right opportunities, that's when those come into your life. They can't come into your life when you're not ready or when you got a bunch of weeds there that need to be plucked. And so, though I share much of my wisdom that I have learned because I chose to go through some really shitty, tough times in life, keyword chose, I was able to write this book and I just wanted to share it with you. I wanted to share every fucking pain and struggle and hardship and difficult seasons, which some were 3 and 4 years that I went through, because I want people to know they can do the same damn thing. The only thing that's ever holding you back is your own damn self. You need to get the fuck out of your own way. Hence the name of the book, Unfuck Your Mind. My gosh, Janna, that's an aggressive title. Is it? I think it's aggressive to hold yourself back. I'm not going to hold myself back. I don't give a shit what people think. I don't care if they like my title or not. The right people will be drawn to the book. But as I was saying, there were many things that I didn't even know were there inside of me until I was writing this book. And then some of these analogies and realizations came to life. I was like, man, this is huge. I got to share this with the world. And I just realized it. It just like hit me with like a ton of bricks. We are so blinded when we don't love ourselves. You choose toxic everything, because when you're in that limited mindset, with all those limited beliefs and insecurities and fears, you so badly just want to put a Band-Aid over. It's like putting a Band-Aid over a bullet wound. It's not going to work. There's only one way. Pull the bullet out, let it heal. That's it. And until you do that, guys, you're not going to have the right job, the right friendships, the right relationships, happiness, enjoyment, fulfillment, freedom, true love. Guys, it all starts right with you, right in your heart and in your mind. I cannot have anyone love me in life for all that I am unconditionally if I don't give that to myself first. I can't have true happiness because somebody brought it to me. When I learned how to create my own happiness, I didn't look for it anywhere else. And it just made all of those things that really do bring us joy that much better. Isn't freedom what we all want? Freedom in every way. Freedom to do what you love. Be with who you love. Have what you want. Be able to go do what you want. Say what you want. Parent the way you want to parent. just be yourself, your unique self without worrying about anybody gives a shit, without fitting in someone else's box or the one you created for yourself. It's freedom is what we're all ultimately after. And you cannot have freedom when you got invisible chains holding you back because you're scared shitless. I cannot teach you and share with you anything I haven't chosen to walk through and learn from myself. I know before I loved myself, I never really had a lot of love from my life because I had people in my life and I chose friendships and relationships that I didn't even know if I chose. It's like, okay, hey, there you go. You got a friend. All right. You know what? They say they love you. They do. I just wanted to be loved. But I wanted it so desperately because I didn't love myself. I just didn't realize that. And then when I went through this process that I teach in the book that I discuss, and I fully approved and accepted myself for who I was, all my little quirks, all the little things, all the ones that, other people just complained about, made me feel stupid for. I realized I wasn't looking for love or happiness anywhere. I didn't give a shit if I had it from anybody because I created it within myself and it felt so damn good. And I just wondered, man, why did I hate myself for so long? Why did I struggle and fight against my own self for so fucking long? And I can't take any of that back. But damn, did I not learn from it? I learned from it, and I'll never live like that again, ever, 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 ever. And when you go through the process, when you heal, when you move up in your mindset and evolve and become this better person, it is so easy to see when others haven't. These are only realizations you can have once you have done the work and you have truly healed. You don't live in the past anymore. I could not have understood this concept at all 5 years ago, 8 years ago. I'd have been like, what the fuck is this person talking about? I couldn't have even understood it because that would have just been mind-blowing, right? And because I was just, had insecurities, had limiting beliefs. I just couldn't fathom that, right? Couldn't fathom loving myself. I thought loving myself was more like self-love, right? The kind of self-love. It's like, yeah, I gave myself some self-love today. Went and worked out, got my hair done, got a massage. No, that's just taking care of yourself. Maintenance. Let me tell you what self-love is. Self-love is when you love yourself. Not egotistical, not narcissistic. If you're thinking that, get it out of your head. It is not egotistical or narcissistic to love yourself. Honey, you're supposed to love yourself. And if you're not, then I can promise you that every little choice, everything you choose in your life is stemming from that insecurity. And you're going to keep struggling. You're going to keep spinning your wheels, so to speak, running in place, never getting anywhere until you give yourself love. Self-love is just that, nothing else. All the other crap, that's just maintenance. That's just taking care of yourself. It's relaxing, whatever. So if you really want true love in life, it's going to begin with you. And all the things, all the red flags that you're overlooking in friendships and relationships, if you're the type that thinks you can just pour love on it or ignore it, it'll go away, and think everything's just going to get better, just takes time. How much time do you want to give? How old do you want to get? How many years do you want to go by? Look, time goes by no matter what. It's not going to stop. You can look back and be really glad that you did something, that you made a decision, or you can look back and wish you would have. I personally am going to go with option A, which is I want to make it the decision now. I want to make the change now. I don't want to look back and regret it. I can't change one fucking thing by looking back and regretting it. I can't. I can make a decision right now though, and if I decide it's not the right one, at least I can stop, but at least I made the decision. You know, some people really I think that they just desperately need friends and relationships because some people think that's like a status symbol, so to speak, of how many friends you have, right? And I know this is true. Um, People that need a lot of friends or surrounded by a lot of people, that's not real. It is quality over quantity. People who love themselves and have done the work, they normally have pretty small inner circles. And the people that are trying to look like it's all more and put that facade on, they got pretty big circles. I'm not looking for a number. I don't give a fuck about that. I can have 4, let's just put a number out there. Let's say you got 4 people, 5, fucking 2. I don't give a shit. Let's say you got 2 people in your inner circle. Just 2. Janna, that's not a lot. Cool. You're going to get my drift real quick. Let's say you got 2 people in your inner circle. Those 2 people, when you have done the work and you love yourself and you've healed, those 2 people that are in your inner circle, they can give you more and do more for you than 200 fucking nobodies. And that's the damn truth. When 2 people truly, truly love you unconditionally, and they're your ride or dies, there ain't a fucking thing they won't do for you. 200 people, they're going to run the first time you need them. They're not there for the right reasons. So in this episode, I'm not just talking about love is blind in relationships. I mean in friendships, where you work. You're going to make blind decisions in your life until you give yourself love. Because once you do, when you love yourself, you don't accept mediocrity. You don't accept average. You don't need something just 'cause. Fill the seat. Don't want an empty seat. I'd rather have 50 fucking empty seats than have 50 filled with social climbers and fakes and people who don't really give a shit. So ask yourself what's more important for you. Where do you get the fulfillment? If you get fulfillment of any sort off of the quantity, that's a temporary fulfillment. That's putting quicksand in the voids of your life. Quicksand. You think that hole's ever going to get filled? Absolutely not. I honestly could talk about this for a long, long time, but I try to keep my solo cast a little bit shorter. So I'm getting close to my 20-minute mark that I like to stay around. So I would really love to hear what you all think about this. How did you feel when I said that? It's not that love is blind. It is a lack of love for ourselves that makes us blind. Did that hit you hard like it hit me? Yeah. Well, leave me a comment. And if you're listening or watching on YouTube, please, please, please subscribe to the audio as well, guys. I'm new to YouTube and my following is growing. So thank you all so very much. If you could also spread the love on all the major platforms for podcasting, Spotify, Amazon, Apple, Stitcher, you name it, every single one of them. If you could spread the love there and subscribe and rate as well, I would much appreciate that. So get ready for my book, Unfuck Your Mind. And I do post a lot about it on my Instagram. So if you don't follow me there because that's where you're probably going to see the most up-to-date stuff on all that's going on in my life. And my website, revivedbyjanna.com. I also put updates on there as well. And you can subscribe to my newsletter because I like to stay in touch with everyone. And thank you all. I hope you all have a really great day. And I hope you're all enjoying your holidays. See you next week.